Hello and welcome to Restricted Views Everton Fan TV. We're live. It's Monday night. Monday night football's on the telly. And tonight's match is Leicester versus Everton from the King Power Stadium. Massive game for Everton and Leicester in the fight for relegation, the fight to stay in the Premier League. Who has the fight in them? Who has the little bit in the stomach? Who has a bit about them to win 3 points here tonight at the King Power Stadium? My fingers are crossed, and I'm sure yours are too, that Everton are able to get 3 points tonight against Leicester. It's a massive 6-pointer. Both teams are down in the relegation zone at the moment. Everton on 28 points. With only 5 games left to go between now and the end of the stadium, this is one of the matches it's simply you have to win if you want to stay as a Premier League team in 2023/24. If you don't, you won't be a Premier League team next year. And it's simple as that. You'll be playing in the Championship. So Everton on a horrendous run. Last few games, obviously, beat to Newcastle 4-1. We got beat. We drew against Crystal Palace away. Of course, we had the red card to contend with there. Fulham, home to Fulham, lost 3-1. Terrible result. United at home, lost 2-0. United away, lost 2-0. Was an encouraging performance for parts of the game, but then fell away. And then we get Everton-Tottenham 1-1, another point at home. Really needed 3, but was only able to get 1. So this is where we are. We are where we are, and where we are is away at Leicester. Monday night football, 19th in the league. 33 games played, both Leicester and Everton. Leicester on 29 points. Everton on 28. No wins in the past 6 for Everton. 1 for Leicester. They managed to pick up a good win against Leicester at home in the King Power on the 22nd of April. So it is what it is. We are where we are. And we are about 11 minutes away from the kickoff. And you have to say, said it once before, say it again, it's a must-win game for Everton here tonight. The team news, Jordan Pickford is in goal. We have Seamus Coleman returning to the side as captain and returning to right back. He's been missing the past few games with an injury. Ben Godfrey has been deputising, and Mason Holgate has been deputising as well. And they've been an absolute disaster. Make no bones about it. It's been a terrible time for Everton in defence and in that right-back position. It hasn't worked no matter who he's put in there. We did have Nathan Patterson on the bench. I thought Nathan Patterson should have came in. He didn't. Sean Dyche decided to stick with Ben Godfrey and Mason Holgate, and it's been a disaster. Red card here, letting cheap goals in down the right-hand side. I'm just so glad Seamus Coleman is back for tonight. Into the centre-back position, we have Michael Keane and James Tarkowski. Now, I feel like we could go on and on about Michael Keane. Michael Keane is a polarising figure in this Everton team at the moment. There's people who will champion Michael Keane, and there are people who won't champion Michael Keane and want Conor Cody or Yerry Mina. The stats don't lie, as far as I'm concerned. And the stats say that we concede double the amount of goals when Michael Keane is in the side, opposed to Conor Cody. Stats don't lie. So for me, Michael Keane being in the side is somewhat of a liability. I think he just his head goes down, his head drops. He's one of the culpable players who have always been underperforming at Everton. Put him in the likes with Mason Holgate and Tom Davis. I'm sorry, but Michael Keane is one of them players for me. And I would have certainly picked Conor Cody back in the team probably about 4 games ago. But Sean Dyche stays and keeps faith with Michael Keane, pairs him up with Tarkowski at the back, and completes the defence at left back with Mykolenko. Now, Mykolenko, once again, what a strange player. Came into the side, replaced Luca Dean after Luca Dean's highly publicised exit from Everton after the falling out with former manager Rafa Benitez. Luca Dean went off to Aston Villa, and then we got Mykolenko, and we thought, we don't know much about him. I didn't know anybody that knew much about him at the time. But he came in, we'll give him every single chance we possibly will, as fans, as Evertonians, we always back the players. So we say, okay, Mykolenko, show us what you've got. And unfortunately, this year, it has been an absolute disaster because Mykolenko has offered nothing to the side, nothing down the left-hand side. Our fullbacks, apart from when Seamus Coleman's playing, had some highlights throughout the season. But the left-back position has just been a problem for Everton. There's been no quality. There's been no quality crosses from the left-hand side. Very little input to attack and play. And I'm afraid Mykolenko is one of the players tonight that needs to take a big step up, in my opinion. Mykolenko, we need you. We need every single player to be at their absolute optimum tonight. And Mykolenko was one of those. I'm hoping for a really big performance from him tonight. Into the midfield, and Onana drops to the bench. Onana has had an illness over the past few days. He drops to the bench, not able to complete a full 90 minutes here tonight. We may see him off the bench at a certain time, but Onana benched for the game against Leicester. And we've gone with Idrissa Gana Gueye as, again, that holding midfielder. Idrissa Gana Gueye he's always a rock, isn't he? He has good games and bad games, more bad games since his return from PSG, I'm sure you'll agree. But even before he went to PSG, he was always a rock. He was always someone who you could depend on. And you know what you're going to get from Ghana. He's hard-working, he will never give up, and he'll just hunt the ball for 90 minutes. Yes, he gives away silly fouls now and again. He may pick up a yellow card here and there. I believe he's good odds to pick up a yellow card tonight. So if you want a little flutter, Idrissa Gana Gueye to get a yellow card any time during the 90 minutes is always a good bet. So Gana Gueye is the holding midfielder here tonight. And we've gone with Doucouré, who returns to the side after his red card against Spurs. He's back in the Everton side. And then we've also finished the midfield off with James Garner. James Garner, young player, hasn't played much football. He only had his first Premier League start for Everton a couple of games ago. But here he is, back in the side, and he looks to be a good player. He looks to be able to want to do things and get on the ball and thread the ball and dictate play. Let's just hope that he can get on the ball tonight, and we can do that. And then our attacking options is Dwight McNeil on the, you would imagine, left-hand side. Dwight McNeil's really got off the boil last few games. He had a really positive start under Sean Dyche. He was getting down the left-hand side, getting to the touchline, trying to put crosses in, winning corners. He's even scored a few goals. So let's hope for a big performance from Dwight McNeil tonight. On the right, we have Alex Iwobi. Iwobi, as I'm sure many Evertonians have already seen, and on social media is a common conversation of where has the Iwobi gone under Frank Lampard. Now, Frank Lampard didn't get the best out of many players, but there's no doubt he got the best out of Alex Iwobi. So Iwobi under Sean Dyche has struggled. He's been out left on the right-hand side. He just plays down that flank. Probably not his preferred position. He likes to be in a number 10. He likes to be in midfield. But when he is playing on the right, we just need so much more output from Alex Iwobi. He needs to dictate the play more. He needs to take on a player and be brave. He needs to have shots on target and create goals, all the things that they're not doing at the moment. So Alex Iwobi, we need you tonight. We need all our players. And up front, Dominic Calvert-Lewin. What can we say about Dom? I'm absolutely ecstatic he's back in the side. He's looked strong since his return to the side. He hasn't quite got the goals and he hasn't put us to where we need to be. But give me Dominic Calvert-Lewin any day over Neil Mopai, even Ellis Sims at this moment in time. Dominic Calvert-Lewin is our best chance of scoring goals and winning games, as far as I'm concerned. And tonight, we can only hope and pray, if you're a praying person, that Everton get 3 points at the King Power Stadium, because it's really between Leicester and Everton. I think whoever loses this game tonight will face relegation and go down into the Championship for next year. And all week has been the thread, really. Since our game against Newcastle, which the Everton fans done so much to get behind the team. There was the arrival outside Goodison Park and the pyrotechnics going off, the smoke bombs. There was the fans outside singing. There was inside the ground the fantastic atmosphere driven by the Evertonians. The banners that all the Evertonians are putting together, saying "Fight for us, fight for your club." We're doing everything we possibly can to get behind the team. The team have got to now respond and fight for us, fight for the badge. That's something that we haven't seen as of late. But Everton, we need you tonight. Seamus Coleman, as a captain, we need you. We do not need you one of your greatest disappointments in your career to be taking Everton down into the Championship in what may be your last year as an Everton player. The teams are in the tunnel at the moment at the King Power Stadium. They're going to be coming along. So we are having a watch along here today. So I'm going to be watching the game. We're going to be talking about the game. We're going to hopefully have some comments, and we're going to be discussing how the game's going to go. If you are watching now, let me know in the comments what score do you think the game will be. I'd love to hear your opinions. It's going to be a hugely difficult game because Leicester are going to be fighting just as much as Everton. They're at home. They've got the home fans backing them. And we're here tonight now to try and upset Leicester. You know, we've had good results there in the past over the last couple of seasons, so we can take a bit of confidence in that. I think the confidence of this Everton side is at an all-time low anyway. And you can see that the way they're playing. I can see Seamus Coleman already talking to the Everton players saying, come on, keep in your head. Don't let those Leicester fans making the noise get into your head. Don't let any negative thoughts creep in. You know, stay focused. And we're going to need all the experience these players have got. We've got Idrissa Gana Gueye, who's played in the Champions League. We've got Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who scored multiple goals throughout his Premier League career and in a Premier League season. We just need them to find a bit of form. Can they do that here tonight? I'm hoping so. We've got a couple of minutes before kickoff, so I'm just going to put a retweet out there to say we are live. Thank you if you are watching on YouTube at the moment. Please do like and follow us. All your likes and follows does really go a long way to help us. And yeah, we just want to be celebrating come 10 o'clock tonight. Will we be celebrating? Will Leicester be celebrating? And you know, one of the old sayings in football, it's the hope that kills you. And it really is, because on social media this weekend, I've seen Everton fans just backing the team up and just really going over and beyond and backing the team and psyching themselves up for a game. And this is the whole weekend. Some Everton fans, or the majority of Everton fans, especially hardcore Everton fans, have thought about nothing else the entire weekend. They've thought about Monday night at 8 o'clock kickoff, and it's Leicester versus Everton. And how can we possibly get behind the team to inspire them, to encourage them and help them along on the way to pick up 3 points here tonight. And it is the hope that kills you, because, you know, in 2 hours' time, we could be bouncing and we could be, you know, really hopeful that we can turn our season round and we can pick up the amount of points towards the end of the season, between now and the end of the season, that will keep us in the Premier League. And that hope will come just on the back of one good result. And what would one good result do to these Everton players and their confidence and their belief? It can all change in 90 minutes. Always remember that. And the most important thing is we need the players to remember that. 90 minutes is all it takes. And if Dominic Calvert-Lewin can score tonight, and he hasn't scored in his 10 previous, I'm just looking at the graphic, v Leicester, I believe it was. But I believe in this Everton side. Do you? Let me know in the comments. Do you think we're going to get a result here tonight? We're almost at kickoff. And once the time goes live down the bottom, if you want to sync up, press pause on your TV, just so we're watching at the same time and you get my reactions and we can watch along together, then fantastic. If you want to be slightly ahead, because there's always a bit of a YouTube delay, then you'll be slightly ahead and you'll be watching my reactions as the goals go in. Hopefully for the Everton boys here tonight. We were playing in pink, our away strip. Salmon, I should say. And here we go. Everton shaping up. It looks like it's going to be a 4-5-1 formation or a 4-3-3. It is a holding 3 and then 3 over the attack. But it doesn't look like he's going to go with a 4-4-2 formation, that's for sure. I mean, we haven't had a great success with 4-4-2, so I'm not surprised. Every time we try and push that extra person up front, whether it's Damari Gray, Ellis Sims, it hasn't really worked out, let's be honest. And we have to really make sure we're solid at the back here tonight and make sure we're not conceding goals, because I always thought Sean Dyche was a defensive manager, and under Sean Dyche we wouldn't be conceding goals, but as it is, we've actually conceded a lot of goals recently, which completely just flips what Sean Dyche's mentality is all about. In my personal opinion, PNE Jeff, I believe the loser of this goes down here tonight. I believe we have to gain 3 points as Everton fans, as an Everton fan and Everton Fan TV. We have to get 3 points here tonight. We're on 28 points. Leicester are on 29. If we lose tonight and Leicester pick up the 3 points, it's going to be so difficult. So difficult then to recover. Yes, we'll only be 2 points behind the likes of Leeds and Nottingham Forest, but then where does our next win come? Where does it come from? With games coming up against Brighton away, Manchester City at home, games I don't think we're going to take a point from. It's going to come down for Everton for the last 2 games against Wolves away and Bournemouth at home. I think potentially those 2 are potentially winnable. So there's 6 points at best. At best. Tonight, we get 3, hopefully maybe 9, and I believe that would keep us safe. But we are on the first minute or so of the match. So far, not too much is happening. Jamie Vardy went through, but it easily went out for an Everton goal kick. But please do like and subscribe, guys. I need all your help as possible. So please like, follow the YouTube channel, and share with your friends. Let's get a few people on this watch-along and see how we go tonight. Early, nice play from Dominic Calvert-Lewin, getting up high, winning the ball, trying to lay it back off. That's what we need him to do tonight. And that's what we need Dom to do. Just be strong up there and hold the ball up and lay it off, build play up. I'm going to put on my headphones so I can hear the atmosphere inside the King Power Stadium. Hopefully hear the Evertonians singing from that away end. James Garner just done really well there. He slid in, he's won the ball, slide tackled, but you can't slide tackle in the Premier League anymore, can you? And the referee's given a free kick. Wasn't a free kick in my opinion. Holly Fletcher saying not liking Dice laughing with John Terry before the game. Handshake was all that was needed in this scenario. Well, that's like the Roy Keane mentality, isn't it? You know, Roy Keane doesn't want to see anybody laughing in the tunnel or shaking hands, especially his players. And I can see where you come from, Holly, to be fair. I mean, I would not want to be hugging an opposing manager, hugging an opposing player. When I'm playing against somebody, they're my enemy. You know, I want to absolutely smash them. So I'm not going to be going over giving them high fives and hugs. Here we go with Tielemans on the ball, just approaching inside the Everton half. Spreads it wide on the left-hand side to Barnes. Barnes is a good player and is going to be really dangerous for Leicester here tonight. He's always one of their players that always does well against Everton. Would you hate them players? Just them players that turn up every single time. Personally, I think best case scenario for Everton here tonight, keep it tight. Maybe just get a 1-0 if possible. You know, if we can get a set piece, if we can get a corner, a free kick. Maximise every single set piece because they're going to be so important tonight. Because we've shown that we can score. We can score goals from set pieces. James Tarkowski is so dangerous. Michael Keane's dangerous from set pieces. Now with Dominic Calvert-Lewin back in the side, once again, he can be dangerous from set pieces. But we just need to maximise every single set piece. No poor deliveries. Every delivery has got to be spot on tonight. And I would drill that into whoever's taking these free kicks, whether it's Dwight McNeil or James Garner. Dominic Calvert-Lewin just got a nudge in the back as he goes up to try and win the ball. He's holding his midriff, his stomach. Obviously a difficult one for him to recover from. Looks like he's still feeling the effects of that, Dominic, but we need him. We've got Beer Viking, put a load of foxes in the chat. So I'm assuming you're a Leicester fan, which is all good. You can all judge. Enjoy the watch along, like and subscribe. I don't care. Hopefully it's all friendly banter anyway, do you know what I mean? So it's all good. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, you can see him with the strapping all across his legs, on his hamstrings. You know, I'm not too sure. I'm not a sports scientist, so I'm not too sure of the exact benefits of all that strapping in detail, but it certainly must work. And as Dominic Calvert-Lewin has struggled so much with injuries, you would take anything, wouldn't you, to help. Seamus Coleman there on the edge of the box, just picked up the ball, goes onto his left foot, actually, gets a shot away, and it's deflected out for a corner. And this is where I said, make every set piece count. Can we make this set piece count? Oh, be if I can, not a Leicester fan, but just a neutral support on Leicester. Fair play to you, mate, whatever. James Garner with the corner. Make it count. Come on. Good delivery. It goes into the box near post. It's flicked out. Dwight McNeil gets his head on it. It goes to Decore, back with James Garner. Now McNeil. McNeil's looking to get a ball in. He does so. Oh, and it's gone out for another corner. It looked like it was Tillemans who got a flick on the edge of the Leicester box, but he actually flicked it back towards his own goal, and it's gone out for another Everton corner. And now what an early goal. What an impact an early goal would have here for Everton. P&E Jeff saying half the Everton players don't deserve to wear the colours. The money, the cost, and the wages is silly money. No, I can't disagree with you, Jeff, to be fair. I mean, the amount of money they're on is staggering. But here's the corner that goes in. It's gone towards Tarkowski, but it's just cleared out. Garner Gay gets it on the edge of the box, shoots, but just over the bar. In fact, I say just over the bar. It flew over the bar. But what a positive start from Everton. You know, couple of set pieces, couple of corners. Comes out to Garner, who really should do better. You know, there was no pressure on Garner Gay whatsoever. And you would like him to get a shot, test the keeper. Excuse me. He even put a shot back into the crowd of players inside the penalty box. So it was one deflection, and you don't know where the ball's going to go. But it goes over the bar. But Everton do start well. I mean, against Newcastle, there was a good response, and we started well. First 10, 20 minutes, you know, I was quite positive. I was quite pleased the way the game was going. And then, of course, all hell breaks loose. But let's not kid ourselves. Leicester, they're getting back into a bit of form, but they're not riding high of confidence. So they'll be shaky themselves. They know exactly how important this game is and what it means to both teams. So they will be just as nervous as we are. So we need to capitalise on that. It's Dwight McNeil giving it to Decore. Decore charging forward. Oh, and he plays it off to Iwobi. Iwobi shoots. Oh, and what a save. What a save for Everton. Iwobi with the side foot. It was heading straight for the top corner. And the keeper's just tipped it over. And I've just got to say, that is a quality save. And it was so unlucky for Everton not to be 1-0 up inside the first 10 minutes. It's a corner to Everton. And what a good 10 minutes it's been for Everton. It's a corner, heading towards the back post. Tarkowski gets his head on it towards the back post. Everyone's gone up. No one can get a head on it. It's bouncing around everywhere. It's back out to James Garner on the wide. He puts another ball in. Oh, and it's just gone too deep. And Tarkowski couldn't get his head on it again. But the ball was bouncing around there inside the Leicester box. You didn't know where it was going to drop. Sean Dyche is clapping. He likes what he's seeing so far. So his initial corner in. Tarkowski back post puts it back across goal. And then nobody could just get that extra flick on towards goal. Garner got it once again out wide. Puts it to the back post. But then it went out for a Leicester goal kick. You know what? If Sean Dyche is normally hoarse, I can't imagine what his voice is going to be like after this game. I've already seen him absolutely screaming at the top of his voice towards his Everton players. In the comments, Ellis the Menace saying it would be weird to see Everton getting relegated. I mean, it would, mate. It would. You know, we haven't been relegated for 70-odd years, so it would be extremely weird and a lot of other words. But, you know, we'll keep fighting. I'm an optimist at the best of times, but even I'm starting to have massive doubts at the moment. But I just keep believing. And until the final whistle of the final game, or when it's mathematically impossible for us to stay up, I'll continue to believe. It's Dominic Calvert-Lewin with a free kick. It drops to Michael Keane. Oh, and he has a shot blocked just inside the box. Another good chance for Everton. I said we need to make our set pieces count. And we are. We're really having a positive impact so far in the first 10 minutes. Garner Gay gives it to Mikalenko on the left-hand side. Tries to chip it forward towards Calvert-Lewin. Calvert-Lewin just can't get on the end of it. And it's a Leicester free kick. Thank you very much for tuning in to Restricted Views Everton Fan TV. We are a relatively new fan channel, so if you could like and subscribe, anyone who's watching at the minute, I'll be your best mate. Just replaying the Everton chance here once again. Iwobi with the side foot inside the box. It was screaming towards the top corner. But Everton, you know, what a fantastic save it was. The Leicester keeper just tipped it over the bar. And Everton defensively have been very good in the first 10 minutes. It's just gone through to the back line. Tarkowski uses power just to shield the ball, and it went back to Jordan Pickford. Seamus Coleman now taking the throw in, plays it back to Garner Gay. No Onana on the pitch here tonight. Onana struggled with illness, I believe, over the past couple of days, so hasn't made the starting 11. Here's Seamus Coleman. Oh, almost ricocheted into his path, and he was almost through on goal. Garner Gay gets absolutely stuck in. Challenges are flying in all over the pitch now, and eventually it's a free kick to Leicester. Leicester plays a screamer for a yellow card for Garner Gay, but Michael Oliver, the referee, is not having any of it. And let's just hope Garner Gay, and let's hope the referee doesn't influence the game here tonight, because that's the last thing we want. You know, recent red cards for Mason Holgate and Decore screwed our game plans up so much, so we need Everton players to remember, although we want them to be committed and fight for the shares and fight for the fans, we also need them to keep 11 players on that pitch. And you can hear the Everton fans. Vardy's got behind the back line here. He's got on the ball. He's inside the Everton box. He plays it back to Madison. Madison shoots, gets a shot on goal, but it's a save by Jordan Pickford. And that's where Leicester are going to be dangerous. Michael Keane played Jamie Vardy onside. The ball went behind the Everton defence. Vardy simply just picked it up, played the ball back. Really simple to Madison, who tries to side foot it into Jordan Pickford's bottom corner. But Pickford gets across, reads it, and gets a save. But Michael Keane, we've talked about Michael Keane, haven't we? I'm a Connor Cody believer, to be honest with you. I believe Connor Cody or Yerry Mina should have been in the side here tonight. However, he's gone with Michael Keane, and on that occasion, Michael Keane was playing Jamie Vardy on sides, and it could have resulted in a much worse outcome. Here's Seamus Coleman. Seamus Coleman, already in the first 13 minutes, has been really attacking. Seamus Coleman's really pushing forward, overlap and underlap of Iwobi on the right-hand side, and he's getting inside the box wherever possible. And I think Seamus Coleman's going to be a really important player for Everton tonight. Moby saying the game's being played in Leicester half and most of the first 10 minutes. I agree, and well, you know, it's really positive to see a couple of chances. Here's Dominic Calvert-Lewin inside the box. He goes down. Is it a penalty? It's a penalty. It's a penalty for Everton. Dominic Calvert-Lewin has won a penalty. The ball's gone forwards. It was Seamus Coleman. He's put a ball forwards over the Leicester defence, and it's a clear penalty. I don't know who that Leicester player is, but he's barged Dominic Calvert-Lewin in the back. Dominic Calvert-Lewin's got no choice, but he's gone down. And he's almost just barged him and shoved him in the back. But who is going to take this Everton penalty now? Here we go. I think we're back on. Small technical issue there. It was probably my celebration. Because I've gone mad. I'm jumping around. I'm pressing buttons as I go. But it's 1-0. Yeah, my arms are flying everywhere there. Just scored. I'm pressing buttons. I'm moving things. But it's 1-0 Everton. It was a goal. Fantastic goal by Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Smashed his penalty down the middle. And it's 1-0. And what a goal that could be. What a goal that could be for Everton's season. But Everton, again, they're not stopping there. They're pressing on. And we get another throw in deep inside the Leicester half. And thanks very much for the comments saying I was on mute there. Appreciate it. Oh, my words. I've got my watch on. My heart rate's going up. And Coleman's twisting and turning like he's 24 down the right-hand side. Here's Seamus Coleman again, putting the ball in. And it goes out. Is that a corner? No, it's a throw in. Fantastic start here for Everton. Fantastic 17 minutes. Everton are really pressing on. The one thing we've got to be careful of is a counter-attack. Oh, brilliant play by Doucouré. Leicester won the ball back. They were charging forward, but Doucouré goes in, wins the ball. And here we go. And Iwobi's played it through for Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Gets a shot on, it's blocked. And it's another Everton corner. Once again, really nice play. And Dominic Calvert-Lewin makes all the difference. He's a focal point. He's making fantastic runs behind the Leicester defence. And we're playing him in. And they're just putting Leicester on the back foot. And this is what a good number 9 does. As it stands, guys, as it stands, Everton up to 16th on 31 points. And we'd be out of the relegation zone as it stands. The corner's gone in. It goes to Michael Keane to get his head on it. But it just goes out and it's wide for a Leicester goal kick. Another comment saying, do you think Leicester will bring it back? I mean, the first 20 minutes, well, we're up to, 18 minutes? It's been an absolute fantastic start for Everton. But the whole game is not going to go like this, I'm sure. You know, there will be ups and downs. I think Leicester could come back into this game. We just have to make sure we keep up this tempo. It's going to be hard to keep up this tempo for 90 minutes, but if we can. Just putting on Twitter, we are Watchalong. So here we are. Yeah, I mean, another comment just come in saying, what Everton players do you think will jump ship if we get relegated? You know, I'll probably have another video up on that in the coming weeks if that is our future. But you know what I'd love to see in this match right now is Seamus Coleman. He's absolutely screaming his head off. And he's screaming to the Everton players. He's screaming to the referee. He's telling them exactly what he thinks of them. And you know what? No matter what happens to Everton this season, we have to respect Seamus Coleman, because while other players, you know, probably phone in performances and don't give it the absolute all, I have absolutely no doubt that Seamus Coleman gives 100% every time he is on that pitch for Everton. But Leicester have come back into it. You know, they've got the ball. They're in the inside the Everton half at the moment. Got a few bit of possession. They're spreading the ball about, playing it over to Everton's left-hand side. Mikalenko looking to see if he can get on the ends of that. The ball's gone inside the box. Michael Keane's got his head on it, played it out. And it's come to Dwight McNeil, who's trying to relieve a bit of pressure for Everton. He plays the ball towards Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who can't secure it. And Leicester come back with the ball. Tillemans now, who gets, oh my God, he gets tackled by McNeil. And McNeil wins the ball. But they get a free kick for it. I'm disappointed by that. It was a tackle from behind, but Dwight McNeil stayed on his feet, but it's gone for a Leicester free kick inside the Everton half. So it's a Leicester free kick inside the Everton half, over on that Everton left-hand side. It looks like it's Madison with the free kick. Madison puts the ball in. It goes all the way towards the back post, and it's Barnes who looks to swing another cross back in. There's a couple of deflections. Oh, and it's a Leicester goal. It's 1-1. Yeah, it's 1-1. It was all come from a set piece. A set piece goes to the back post. It goes past everyone. Harvey Barnes puts the ball in. Once again, goes towards the back post. Flick on. And it's a good finish. But it's poor defending by Everton. Too much time inside the box. Leicester strike it. And it's a really soft goal. You would have thought Tarkowski or Pickford would have got their foot on that to stop it from going inside the Everton net. But it's 1-1. And it's disappointing for Everton because we have been the better side. But the Everton players just cannot let the heads drop now. It's 1-1. It's disappointing, really. Everton have been the better side for the first 22 minutes. But Everton just can't let the heads drop. Just keep playing like we've been playing, and we'll score more goals. Here we are, Everton coming forward once again. It's Garnett, who puts a ball in, goes out for the Everton corner. It was poor defending for the Leicester goal. You know, we weren't tight enough inside the box. We weren't tight enough at all. And then when they get the shot off eventually, it just trickles past Tarkowski and past Pickford. But it is what it is. It's 1-1. We can't dwell on it. We can't feel sorry for ourselves. Just got to get on with it. Here's McNeil, puts the ball in towards the back post. And it's actually collected by the Leicester goalkeeper. And he come out and he just dominated and caught it in the box. That's what you want to see a goalkeeper do, to be fair, whether it's their goalkeeper or our goalkeeper. You want to see a goalkeeper come out and collect the ball. No trying to punch it and all that. Can't stand all that. Jeff saying if we were to get relegated, he would get rid of a lot. Get rid of all the players. I mean, when a team gets relegated, you lose all your players, your best players, because you just have to sell. You have to sell to bring the money in that you're losing through the Premier League. So you would have to sell Pickford. You would have to sell Onana. You would have to sell, if anyone wants them, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, he'd go. And that's just reality. Everton, a bit of a mix-up at the back here, but Michael Keane brings it out, gives it to Idrissa Gana-Gueye, gives it to Mikalenko. Dominic Calvert-Lewin holds the ball up nicely. With the point, we would stay in the relegation zone as shown by Sky Sports. Leicester would just jump out of it on goal difference. Start back with the Leicester goalkeeper. Safe hands. Dean Smith is now the Leicester manager. He's just come in over the past few weeks. We can do this. You're right, mate. We can do this. Time and time, we can do this. Play from the back. And you know what? We've looked the better side here. So I would have confidence if I was this Everton side to say, you know what? We've been the better side for 20 minutes. Okay, the last 5 has been a little bit wishy-washy. But we can score goals. We can get at this side. The only problem that we have is defending. We're conceding far too many goals. And this is what I said about Conor Cody. If Conor Cody was playing in the Everton team, do we concede that goal? I don't know. I don't know if we do. If Yerry Mina was there, do we concede that goal? Again, I don't know. But it's an Everton free kick inside our own half. But Jordan Pickford's come out almost to the halfway line. And he's going to take this. He's going to pump it into the Leicester box. And we're going to try and build on this. He's put it towards the back post. Michael Keane's tried to get his head on it, and he doesn't. It's back with Garner Gay on the halfway line. Now Seamus Coleman looking to get a ball forward. He pumps it forward. Now with McNeil, who wants to get forward and gets the ball inside the box, really. He's running forward, trying to commit players. Now with Coleman. Coleman gives it to Garner. Again, all on this right-hand side for Everton. We've got 5 players over on the right-hand side. There's Garner, McNeil, Iwobi, Coleman. Oh, he's shot. Iwobi's tried to actually put a cross in, but it ends up like a shot, and it's just gone over, out for the goal kick. He's totally mishit it, because as soon as he hit it, he put his hand on his head. So it was a cross. Jeff saying we are second from bottom now with this point in the live table. Forest replaced Leicester. Yeah, I mean, a point, again, no good for us, in my opinion, here tonight. We need 3. We need 3. We need to win. With a point, we'll be on 29 points, and we'd have 3 teams above us on 30. Again, you would think not the end of the world. You know, there's room there. But our next 2 games are Brighton and Man City. We're not getting points from those games. So, technically, we've got, in my opinion, after this game, we've got 2 left. And that's away at Wolves and home to Bournemouth. So, it's not 4 games left. It's 2. Be a Viking, they're saying Calvert-Lewin's going to have his modelling career. At least that's one thing, guy. McNeil now places to the left to Mykolenko. Mykolenko swings a ball in, and it's out again. Mykolenko's hit it. Oh, it's like McNeil's actually hit it on the half volley. It's gone flying over the bar. But you know what? It's another shot for Everton. The players are trying. They're getting shots away on goal. And I'm all for that. You know, take a shot on. You never know what's going to happen. You've got to shoot to score. And he's had a pop. And it's just, it's gone wide. Not by a million miles, though. So keep it up. This is Restricted Views Everton Fan TV. We are a new Everton Fan TV channel. So if you've not seen us before, please like and follow us. It go massively. It helps us massively, honestly. We're trying to build up our fan base to have a really good crack at this next season. Hopefully in the Premier League. But it's 1-1 at the King Power Stadium. It's half an hour gone. And Everton have been really positive. It's been a really positive game for Everton. Multiple chances. We've made all our set pieces count. Let's see what we can do. Here's Leicester coming forward. Anytime Leicester come forward, they look like, it looks dangerous. It looks like, you know, they could score goals. And that's what you don't want. But Everton still pressing forwards, trying to make something happen. Let me know in the comments what you think, how you think this game will end up. Are we thinking it's going to be an Everton win? Let me know your score lines. Do we think, a comment just come in, if Everton get relegated, do you think we will straight bounce back up? I mean, what a question that is. What a difficult question. It's be really difficult, mate, to be honest with you, because you never know what's going to happen in the Championship. I mean, you probably know better than I do, being supporting a team in the Championship, but we would sell the majority of our players. So, you know, no Pickford, no Calvert-Lewin, no Decore, you know, who's coming up to the end of his contract, no Iwobi. You know, players on big contracts will leave the club. It would look like a completely different side. And if we've got to rely on the likes of Mason Holgate and Tom Davis, then I would say no. I do not have faith in Everton coming straight back up. Tom Cannon might be, you know, a key weapon, a star for us, should the worst happen. You know, he's proven he can score goals in the Championship at the minute, as you know. Let's hope he could do that for Everton. 30 minutes gone. Leicester have not actually had much of the ball, much of the play, but Maddison always plays as his best performance in his whole Leicester career against Everton. So it's frustrating really when that happens. But Maddison twisting and turning away from Iwobi, he gets a shot away, but it's safely picked up by Jordan Pickford. And we play on. Leicester back with the ball. Leicester had more of the ball the past 10 minutes or so. I'd say the first 20 was all Everton. This last 10 have been predominantly Leicester. So this is what happened against Newcastle, really. Good first 20 minutes from Everton. And then against Newcastle, the heads dropped. We can see the goal. And then it's all Newcastle from there on in. So we just have to make sure it doesn't happen again against Leicester. Nice play by McNeil, bringing the ball out in his own half. Plays it to Iwobi. Iwobi's got to press forwards, got to commit players, got to win his own duels, but he softly gives it away to Tielemans, who releases Jamie Vardy. Jamie Vardy's 2-1 goal, round the keeper, and it's 2-1. Absolutely leaves Michael Keane for dead. And from 1-0 up, it's 2-1 to Leicester. Iwobi loses the ball sloppily on the halfway line, and you play Jamie Vardy and you know what's going to happen. He's going to push your back line. Iwobi gives the ball away so softly. Maddison head up, plays Vardy through. Michael Keane just can't keep up with Jamie Vardy whatsoever. Vardy goes through one-on-one, takes it round Jordan Pickford, and it's 2-1. So what's Michael Keane doing there? He's not playing offsides. He hasn't got the pace to keep up with Jamie Vardy. So what's Michael Keane actually doing? What he's doing is he's absolutely becoming a liability. That's what Michael Keane is. I'm absolutely lost for words. You know what? I'm not lost for words. I'm really holding my words back, but it shouldn't be, because Michael Keane, you are an absolute disgrace. If you play offside, come a bit higher. I'm fuming. Michael Keane shouldn't be in this Everton side. All the Everton fans know it. Everyone said before the game it's got to be Mina or it's got to be Conor Cody. Positionally, he's just not good enough. Jamie Vardy all day long, that's bread and butter for him. One through ball, and Michael Keane's just running behind him on his coattails. Can't catch him, can't foul him. Vardy takes it round Pickford, and it's 2-1. Absolute disaster for Everton. It's Everton corner. McNeil puts it towards the back post. Calvert-Lewin gets a set on it, puts it back over. But it comes in nothing. And right now, Leicester are bouncing. They've scored 2 goals in the 15 minutes. Everton players' heads have dropped here. The heads have gone down. Conceded 2 goals again. Where's Dyche football? Where's keeping it tight at the back? Where's conceding no goals? This is what we thought Sean Dyche was. We thought he was going to keep it tight. It's going to be ugly football, but productive. I don't see that. Is Sean Dyche just a fake? Because I'm not seeing solid defensive performances from Everton. I mean, it was a horrible mistake by Iwobi, losing the ball on the halfway line that put us in trouble in the first place. But surely we should have reacted better. And right now, it just looks like We're treading water. We're treading water. As the result stands, we stay on 28 points, 19th in the league. Minus 26 goal difference. With Brighton and Man City to play. And Brighton and Man City, we're not going to take any points from our next 2 games. Away at Brighton, home to Man City. We're not going to win those games. So we have to get something tonight. There's no excuses. Guy Squire saying it's pathetic from Pickford. I think it's pathetic from Michael Keane, mate, to be honest with you. I mean, Michael Keane's a whipping boy, and it might sound like I'm picking on him, but he just shouldn't be in the side for my money. Connor Cody is there. We concede 2 goals per game on average when Michael Keane's playing. We concede 1 when Connor Cody's playing. Why not pick Connor Cody? It's a free kick to Everton. James Garner standing over it. Dwight McNeil standing over it. James Garner puts the ball in, goes towards Iwobi, who gets too much on it, and it goes out for a Leicester goal kick. 37 minutes gone, and although it was a fantastic start for Everton, fantastic first 20 minutes, it's been an absolute disastrous 17, the additional 17 minutes, so 20 to 37 minutes has absolutely been an absolute disgrace. D. Chapo saying, come on Everton, get a goal. I mean, Twitter is at an absolute meltdown at the minute. Everton fans are just saying the worst, you know. Julie on Twitter saying, Gray for Iwobi at half-time. Would you bring Tamari Gray on? Let me know in the comments. There's no fight in these players whatsoever, says Neil Muirhead. I mean, the first 20 minutes is good. Absolutely hopeless Alex Iwobi from Paul Brown. John Ferguson saying, get that Iwobi off the pitch. So a lot of, you know, criticism for Iwobi at the minute. It was a really poor ball from Iwobi that put us under pressure. But in my opinion, Michael Keane, Vardy got behind Michael Keane far too easily for my money. The decision to start Michael Keane is an utter disgrace. That's from Lee Mack on Twitter. So yeah, Twitter in absolute meltdown here, Everton Twitter. Iwobi is one awful footballer, absolutely dreadful from Kev Cunningham on Twitter. I mean, he's made a mistake. I think some of the criticism for Iwobi is a bit much. Nicky G saying winner of this will stay up. Not sure what the players are doing for the last couple of seasons now. I think the winner of this could stay up. This is a massive game, and right now it's swinging in Leicester's favour. I mean, excuse me, even if we do get back in this game, even if Everton score more goals, I've got zero faith, absolutely zero, that we won't concede more. It's just defensively we're so poor. We've got 5 minutes left for the first half. If we were able to get one back, it could be absolutely massive for our season. Absolutely massive for the second half. The Blues on Twitter saying Dyche wants the championship. Mike at Wirral Blue 68 saying I feel sick. Jamie Vardy hasn't had the best season, but one of them strikers that will always score against Everton. Always scored against Everton. All the best players do. It's absolutely devastating here for Everton. At School of Science is saying, at SOS 1878, saying Michael Keane's continued selection is a joke when Yerry Mina's fit and on the bench. Clueless, deranged loyalty from Dyche. Sean Dyche is coming in for a lot of criticism over his selection of Michael Keane, and I'm one of them. I don't believe Michael Keane is fit to wear the Everton shirt. Here's Iwobi on the right-hand side now, battling away. He puts a ball into the box, looking towards the back post. No one can get on the end of it. Decore's chasing. But Leicester come on the counter-attack. No, it's stopped by Garner Gay. Gives it to James Garner. Plays it back down the Everton right-hand side again. Iwobi puts a decent ball in. It's headed out by Leicester. Back to Iwobi. You know, we're trying to put the ball in the box as much as possible. That much is clear to see. And here's Seamus Coleman just breaking inside the box, puts the ball back. It's a shot. McNeil's hits it on target, and it's an absolute wonder save from Leicester. Everton could have scored 3 goals here, but Everton has actually made a magnificent save. Iwobi's played Dominic Calvert-Lewin in, who's played a lovely ball through to Coleman, pulls it back. McNeil, first time, hits it, but he plays it almost too central, almost right in front of the keeper, and the keeper gets a hand on it down to his left-hand side. A really important save, but Dwight McNeil could have done better. And eventually, Decore puts it over, and it goes out for a Leicester goal kick. But that's 2 fantastic saves from the Leicester keeper. One from Iwobi, and one from Dwight McNeil. This is Restricted Views, Everton Fan TV. Please do like and follow our YouTube channel. It has been so much to us, so thank you very much for joining us on this watch-along. Here's an Everton break. McNeil's taking it down the left-hand side. He's trying to get his head up. He does so. It goes to Calvert-Lewin, who's absolutely sitter. It's a sitter, and you've got to score. Oh, it's a sitter. He hasn't scored. He's missed it. And he's Vardy through on goal. Vardy's took it. Oh, he's absolutely turned. Michael Keane inside out. He's hit it, and he's hit the bar and gone over. Chances at both ends, but Calvert-Lewin, how can you not score that? Calvert-Lewin, how can you not score that? It's a fantastic break by Everton. McNeil's done all he can. He's put a ball right in front of the keeper in the 6-yard box. And it gets a nick off the defender, but still, it comes off Calvert-Lewin's heel. It's an absolute sitter. The open goal is there, right in front of him. And he gets his heel on it and misses. Then, from that, it's a break, a Leicester break, the other end. Vardy gets through again. He's absolutely twisting and turning. Michael Keane, he's made Michael Keane this absolute bitch. But Vardy just tries to chip it over Pickford, and it's hit the bar and gone over. As the replay was happening, there's a challenge. Oh, a really bad challenge on Seamus Coleman. A really bad challenge. And it's bent Coleman's knee right back. Coleman's in absolutely agony on the floor. He's been shown, Sumare's been shown a yellow card from Leicester. But it's a terrible challenge. Oh, it's almost a 50-50. It's like a knee on knee. But, oh, it's a sickening thud on Coleman. He's almost just bent his knee right in. That could be a really serious injury for Seamus Coleman. Seamus Coleman, of course, he's had a broken leg in the past. But what a really bad challenge that was. He's absolutely clattered into Coleman. And Coleman's in absolutely bits on the floor. The stretcher's coming on. It looks like a terrible injury. Nathan Patson's going to be coming on at right back. And if this half couldn't get any worse for Everton, we're already losing 2-1. It's already a must-win game. And now Seamus Coleman has got what looks like to be a massively serious injury. Let's just hope he's okay. Because it doesn't look good, that. The replay comes in of Calvert-Lewin. The goal, the absolute open goal at his mercy. And it comes off his heel and he puts it back into the keeper and misses the goal. I mean, we could have scored 4 in this half. We could have scored 4 goals. Iwobi, shot, side foot, top corner, tipped over the bar. There was Dwight McNeil, his shot from 6-yard box. It was just saved by the keeper. And then And then Calvert-Lewin, ball across the 6-yard box. And he should have scored, massively should have scored, guys. And he's put it. He's just missed. An absolute sitter. But if that's not bad enough, it's not bad enough that we're losing 2-1. Then Seamus Coleman goes in for the 50-50. And he's absolutely clattered. His knee has just been bent right in. And it could have been a leg breaker, that challenge. But it's only a yellow card for Leicester. It's a terrible challenge. And you've got to think, what has Everton done in a previous life here? I mean, Seamus Coleman's still down. His leg is being put in a brace. Seamus Coleman has got his hands on his head. Seamus Coleman, who's already suffered a broken leg in his career. Seamus' left leg was broken years ago, but it looks like his right leg this time is the injured one. And it looks like it could be a broken leg. It could be a broken leg. It really could. The stretcher's on. His leg's in a brace. You know, this could be... Well, Seamus Coleman's, 34 now? You know, if you're looking at... if it is a break, and let's hope it's not, but if it is, you're looking... That could be, you know, career ending that. You know, players in the mid-30s don't come back from injuries like that sometimes. Everton's now... Seamus has got a load of players around him. Garner Gay, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, Decore, Jordan Pickford. Sean Dyche is in conversation with Steve Stone and Ian Wogan on the sidelines. And he's got to be saying, how haven't we scored more goals here? A round of applause from the Leicester fans and the Everton fans goes out for Seamus Coleman. And we've just got to hope Seamus, it's not as bad as initially first feared. Let's hope. And you know what? Seamus Coleman, God love him, because he's going off with potentially a broken leg, his leg in a brace, and he's still clapping the Everton fans and getting them up for it. He's trying to really get behind the Everton fans. Just hope Seamus Coleman's okay. Nathan Patterson's coming on at right back. And this could be a massive game for Patterson. Well, it is a massive game. It's a massive game for Everton. Rob H is obviously a troll. Like anyone's bothered. In the comments. Saying nasty things about bad injuries and hope he's injured. And what? No one's asked what you think. Mo B saying this just sums up Everton season. Missing open goals, bad luck. And now a leg-breaking injury potentially. Everton give the ball away sloppily again. Leicester coming forward with Maddison. Tries to tear on the edge of the box, plays in Tielemans. Tielemans crosses, goes all the way to the back post, and Patterson clears. In the end, it's offside. Seamus Coleman is an absolute legend at this Everton, this football club. You know, I can't think of any other player who would be got a potential broken leg. He's going off on a stretcher and he's lifting the fans. He's getting the fans up for it. Just look at this game. Leicester have had 5 shots. Everton have had 14. And Leicester are winning 2-1. We should have scored so many more goals than we actually have. And this just sums up Everton's season. Oh, bad luck. Game on game. It's almost half time. It's 3 minutes added time. You can imagine it could be a bit more than that. Just with there was a lot more time, injury time to be added on. But here we go. You know, there's a couple of minutes left inside this first half. Can we do anything? Idrissa Gana Gueye now with the ball. Plays it to James Garner. Garner on the left-hand side gives it to Mikalenko. Everton trying to build up play from the back here. Dwight McNeil trying to create some space. I mean, what are your thoughts about getting Michael Keane off at half-time? For me, I'll take him off. Get Connor Cody on. Here's Iwobi with the ball. Loses it on the edge of the latter half. His pocket gets stolen. And now Leicester on the counter-attack once again. And here's Barnes on the left-hand side. Coming down Everton's right. He's looking to get a ball across. And it's a penalty. It's a penalty to Leicester. So Barnes has gone inside the Everton half. He's put a ball across. And Michael Keane has got his hand out. Now, why has Michael Keane got his hand out like that? And it's hit him on the bicep. It's going to be a penalty because he's got his arm out and it's hit him on the arm. But why have you got your arm out? Why have you got your arm out? It's going to be a penalty. It's a VAR review. But I don't know why. Because Tielemans has got the ball with his hand. And if Tielemans scored this penalty, it is game over. It's check completed. It's going to be a goal. It's going to be a penalty. It is a penalty. Michael Keane has just relegated Everton Football Club. That's not being dramatic. It's Michael Keane. And Sean Dyche, you're at fault because you picked him. Even when we told you not to pick him, you picked him. Connor Cody's looking on. Jerry Mina's looking on, thinking, what are you playing this lad for? Madison stepping up for the penalty. And of course it's going to be a goal. Madison steps up. Oh, and it's a save. It's a save. Pickford saved the penalty. He's went straight down the middle. Madison has gone straight down the middle and Pickford just stood his ground. Everton on the counter-attack now. Here's Iwobi and Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Oh, the move breaks down. And it's now half-time. Jordan Pickford's giving it to Biggins because he saved the penalty. Well, Madison has gambled. Madison's took the penalty and he's put it straight down the middle, thinking Pickford's going to go left or right. And Pickford has stayed still. And he's palmed the penalty away. It's still Leicester 2, Everton 1. It's half-time. And I tell you what, I don't know where I can begin to recap that first half. It's had absolutely everything. The first 20 minutes was all Everton. I'm sure you're watching right now. It's been all Everton. We've had the better of the game. We've had the more shots. Everton should be winning this game. It should be 3... Well, you shouldn't have conceded 2 for a start. But Everton should have scored 3 or 4 goals here. We haven't done. And it's 2-1. We are Restricted Views, Everton Fan TV. It is half-time. I'm going to go for a 5-minute quick break. I need to refill the water. But please do stay with us. Like and follow. If we have 96 followers and viewers of this video right now, if I get 96 subs, I would be absolutely ecstatic. I wouldn't because we're losing, but I'd be absolutely made up if anybody's watching this video right now can hit that follow button. Please do, because it'll help our channel so much. My personal view this half-time is Michael Keane should not be starting the second half. If we can get Michael Keane off the field and somebody else on, I will be so happy. Connor Cody has to come on for this second half. I'm going to be back for the second half. Please do stay tuned to Restricted Views, Everton Fan TV. And I'm going to see you in about 5 minutes. back. Second half. Have you caught your breath yet? I haven't. I'm still a little bit in shock over what I've just seen, to be honest. I think there's a few things I want to talk about first before the second half starts, and that is Michael Keane should never wear an Everton shirt ever again. If he does, you know, I will personally join any campaign that will is against Sean Dyche's management of this football club, because he simply is a liability. Michael Keane, when he conceded that penalty, he basically stuck out his arm and went, "Look, ref, it hit me there." Well, yeah, no shit, Sherlock. That's a penalty. He's been done one too many times by Jamie Vardy in this game, and he needs to come off at half-time. If Sean Dyche can't see that, then he should not be a football manager. What is he doing keeping the lad on the pitch? Get him off. Get him off now. After that, what can we say? Dominic Calvert-Lewin, fantastic to have Dominic Calvert-Lewin back. You can just see how much better he makes his Everton side. He does make it better. He won the penalty. He scored the penalty. He missed an absolute sitter. I understand that. But for the sake of our season, for the sake of our Premier League status, and for the sake of this second half, he needs to put that to the back of his mind, out of his mind. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, you are the person that can fire us back into this game. We should have scored more than 2 more goals than we already did. 3 more goals perhaps. Iwobi, McNeil, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, all should have scored goals. We can score goals against this Leicester side, and we can win this game. We just have to be focused and determined. I think a huge part will be what happens in Everton's defence. Will Seamus Coleman turn back up? I will turn my mic up. I'm sorry, I'm just talking a bit lower at the minute. But I can turn myself up here, and hopefully that's a little bit better. What will happen? Are we looking at Nathan Patterson coming on in the second half? He is on. Sorry, are we looking at Nathan Patterson taking up that Seamus Coleman role of running down the wing and getting inside the box and attacking? Connor Cody, Yerry Mina, please come on. Is this better, guys? Is this better? I'm just having some complaints about the audio, so hopefully this is a lot better. Okay, so hopefully I've either just bear someone's eardrum, or I'm a lot more clear for you guys now. What I was saying briefly was Michael Keane should not put an Everton shirt on again for the rest of this season or ever. Get him off. Get him off the field. Get Connor Cody or Yerry Mina on right now. He should not play the second half. Connor Cody, bring Connor Cody on. Connor Cody is a leader. He's a leader on the pitch. He'll talk to the players. He'll guide them through. He defends a hell of a lot better than Michael Keane does. Why is he not on the pitch? Let me see if there's any substitutions. I'm hoping and I'm praying that there is. But you know what? I don't think there's going to be. Is Sean Dyche more proud or too proud? Come on, Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Come on, Seamus Coleman. Let's also have a moment to think about Seamus Coleman. Just waiting for the second half now. It's 45 minutes, as John Shaw's has just said. 45 minutes to save Everton's season. I'm not being dramatic, but it's 45 minutes away from relegation. Everton, what can you do? The second half started. little bit behind, so just adjust the time here. And it's the second half's underway. And you know what? There's no changes. Michael Keane is on the pitch of play. Why? You tell me why. Why is Michael Keane still in this side? Unbelievable for me. Unbelievable. Patterson's on. Patterson has come on for Seamus Coleman. That happens at the end of the second half, end of the first half, because of Seamus Coleman's horrific injury he's suffered. It looks like it was a leg breaker for Seamus Coleman. I just can't believe that Sean Dyche has gone, you know what, that first half was sound. Go on, lads, crack on. Michael Keane needs to come out the side. What must Conor Cody think? What must Yerry Mina think on the side there? If Michael Keane's getting a game ahead of them, they must think, I am shit, because I'm not getting a game. So here we are for the second half. It's a massive 45 minutes. If we don't win this, Everton are relegated, in my opinion. So let's see what the 45 minutes brings. Iwobi is still on the pitch. You know, there's been a lot of people on Twitter talking about get Iwobi off and get Tamari Gray on. You know, Tamari Gray sitting on the bench there. Iwobi didn't have the best first half, I'll be honest. And we're also talking about Michael Keane. Get him off. But okay, let's focus on the match now, because I have to accept Michael Keane's on. There's nothing I can do about it. So let's focus on the match as it is. What do you think? Do you think Everton can get back in this game? Let me know in the comments. I want to see some score predictions. Either way. We are Restricted Views, Everton Fan TV. Thanks very much for joining us on this Monday Night Football watch-along. We're watching Leicester versus Everton, and it's absolutely heartbreaking. Everton have not started the second half like they started the first. You know, Alistair Mel's saying they think it's going to be 2-2. Okay, fair enough. I mean, I don't think that would be enough for us, but when you're losing, you know, you sometimes think, I'd take a point. Oh, a ball's just gone in from Leicester right into the Everton 6-yard box. Vardy almost gets on the end of it. Michael Keane, absolutely nowhere, by the way, near that ball. Nowhere. But Everton have not started the second half like they started the first. In the first half, we were absolutely on the front foot. We were control of possession, having chances. We were the better team by far in the first 20 minutes. Right now, Leicester in the first 3 minutes of the second half have come out like they're going to absolutely smash Everton in this half. Everton's heads have dropped. You can see it from the body language in the from the first few minutes. How can nobody in the Everton team see this? You know, the Everton players are walking around with the heads down. I think Everton players are done. I think they're done. I think they're done in the second half. With Seamus Coleman off the pitch as well. Maybe Seamus was the one who's driving them along. It looks like they don't give a shit. Let's look at some score predictions. Beer Viking thinks it's going to be 4-1 to Leicester. Sean Walsh is saying 4-3 either way. I know we had a 4-3 yesterday, didn't we, with Liverpool and Spurs. Paul Welford is saying 4-3 Everton. Let's see what else. Nicky G saying this is 2 to 3 seasons fighting relegation. Maybe it's what the team needs to show them that they're not worth the money they get. I mean, it would be financial ruin for Everton if we were to get relegated. It's not just a relegation. Relegation, I think fans can sometimes think, okay, you know what? We've been rubbish all season. We deserve to go down and we'll take our chances in the Championship. But for Everton, it's financial ruin. That we could potentially not recover from this. Simon Gregory on Twitter saying Michael Keane and Iwobi off. This will tell the tale if Dyche has any clue about what he's doing, basically. I'm in absolute shock that Michael Keane is on the field. I'm in absolute shock. David Breeze on the YouTube comments saying Keane off and Iwobi and Gray and Cody on. Oh, Keane off and Iwobi off, sorry. Gray and Cody on. I mean, I'd go for that. I think that's what most Everton fans are talking about at the minute. If you look on social media, Damari Gray and Connor Cody on would be their first changes. But Sean Dyche he's very... he doesn't like to make changes early on in a match. We've seen this from Sean Dyche. He will leave it until 70, 80 minutes, then perhaps make a change. That's going to be too late for Everton. John Shaw saying, get ready for another Farley TV sketch about headlocks and smashing grannies. Yeah, whatever. PNE Jeff saying 4-2 Leicester. Wow. I mean, we've got to remember that we've got a brand new 53,000 stadium getting built on the banks of the River Blue Mersey, Bramley Moor Dock. And the jibes about the best stadium in the Championship have always been something Everton fans go, oh, we'll roll our eyes and it's water off a duck's back. But it's actually a reality now. It's a reality. That's if the stadium gets finished now. We need stadium financing. We need financing in the club to pay off the debts, and we need to work with FFP, and we're under an investigation for FFP, and we're getting relegated. It's just a horrendous situation to be in. Here's Iwobi twisting and turning, getting inside. Here's Calvert-Lewin. Oh, and what a great save again by Leicester. Iwobi's fed Dominic Calvert-Lewin in. He's on the right-hand side. He gets a shot across the box, and it's a great save. It's gone out for an Everton throw-in. Here's Patterson on the right side. Oh, that is a terrible challenge once again. Leicester's just absolutely stamped on Idrissa Gana Gueye. And what's that going to be now? Is it just another yellow? That's almost a red card offence. It's a yellow card. Michael Oliver's given a yellow. But it's a terrible challenge. It's a scrape down Gana Gueye's ankle. Some of the comments. Paul Welford saying, hi, mate. Had same thing with my team, Villa. We're down 3 years going Championship. We nearly lost our club. John Shaw saying 6 players paid over 100 grand a week also. I mean, yeah, that's the case, isn't it? We talked about it earlier. What would happen to these players if we were to get relegated? Nothing would happen to these players. And that's a short of it. Nothing. Because they'd just get another club and they'd go play and they'd go pick up wages at another club. Jordan Pickford to go to play for another club, not a problem. He'd get the wage he's getting now. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, he'll go play for another club. Big players, they'll just go to another club. So it doesn't really bother them. It doesn't really affect them in their lives. Jordan Pickford, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to him if we get relegated because he'll just go play for someone else and pick up the same wage. Who it affects is fans, our club, because our club will be in relegation, our club will be in the Championship, and our club will be in financial ruin. Is Iwobi. He hits it. It's a goal. It's a goal. And it's 2-2. It's 2-2 to Everton. It's a good play. It's a good play. It's McNeil down the left. He swings the ball in. Dominic Calvert-Lewin gets his head on it. And it's almost on the volley or the half volley. Iwobi at the back post. Really nicely controlled. Does he side foot it? He does almost a side foot or just the top of the boot. Puts his foot through it. It's in the bottom corner of the net. And you know what? It's 2-2. Come on, Everton. You know, is it possible? Can we get the goal? Can we make it 3-2? And you know what? I suppose for all the abuse Iwobi's been given on social media about giving the ball away and being the reason we conceded, he's now redeemed himself and he scored and it's 2-2. And I tell you what, it was totally against the run of play because Everton don't deserve that goal. Everton do not deserve that goal whatsoever. Idrissa Gana Gueye is going to get a yellow card here. He's fouled Maddison. And it's a yellow card for Idrissa Gana Gueye. The referee's dishing out yellow cards like he's going out of fashion at the minute. Oh, I tell you what. It's a roller coaster of emotions. If people are watching this stream and you're not an Everton fan, you don't know what it's like to be an Everton fan, because it's almost like they build you up for hope and then let you down. They build you up and let you down. It does nothing for the ticker. I tell you, it doesn't. Here's Iwobi on the right hand side now. He gives it to Decore. Everton trying to build up once again. Patterson this time tries to play a ball into the box. And we're trying to get the ball in the box. Oh, trying to get... It's bouncing around everywhere. I don't know what's going on here. Oh, Leicester have got the ball in the end. It was offside. But we're trying to get the balls into the box, but most of the time, there's only 1 and 2 Everton players inside the box. So if we are going to score a goal, it's going to be something special, because 1 or 2 players inside the box, it's difficult to score goals. You know, I look at some of the other teams on Match of the Day. Fulham, 4 or 5 players in the box. Southampton, when they were, picking up points, 4 or 5 players inside the box. Newcastle, throwing everyone forward. I think what we've got to be careful of, even when we do press forward to try and get a winner here, it is the counter-attack. Leicester are fantastic on the counter-attack. And Vardy, we keep leaving Vardy too much space behind our backline. And I'm afraid when we're pushing on to try and get a winner in this game now, we're going to be leaving massive spaces at the back. And with Michael Keane in our backline, that just means trouble, basically, for Everton. Keane Spielman says, subtitles, please. Cheeky get. This is the Scouse lingo. And the Scouse lingo, I'm quite softly spoken as well, so the Scouse lingo is quite more harsh than what I speak. So now the time on the screen that you can see, 57:24, is exactly what I'm watching. If you think there is a delay on the stream, that's just because there's a delay when it goes to YouTube, even though this is a live stream. So we are just a minute or 2 behind probably what you're watching. If you want to get in sync with my stream, fantastic, and you'll know what I'm talking about. Or you can watch the game and then you just look at my reactions. One comment saying I could have been a little bit more excited about our second goal. You know what? I was overexcited for the first half, so I was trying to reel it back in for this second. I do want to celebrate, but I'm just keep getting let down. I want to celebrate, but when you're getting let down all the time, it's hard to pick yourself back up. Let's see some more of the comments. Mo B, supporting a mid-table team is not for the weak. It really isn't. You know what? Fans who support, teams in the top half, or Man City fans, Arsenal fans going for promotion, you're winning games every single week. I cannot imagine, I can't dream what that would be like. Maybe next year. But here we go. It's 58 minutes. Leicester now pressing forward down Everton's left-hand side. Down left-hand side, Barnes twisting and turning, gets the ball in. Oh, it's gone right through everyone. It's on the edge of the box. It's gone to Maddison. Maddison's going to get a cross in. He's gets a cross. He goes to the back post. Oh, it's Vardy. Oh! Vardy gets a head on goal, 6 yards out, goes towards goal. It's going to be 3-2 Leicester, but it's cleared off the line by Tarkowski. What a fantastic bit of defending by James Tarkowski. Everton just needs a break here. We need to get the ball back, get a bit of relief. Maddison, again, puts the ball forwards. Goes forwards. Everton needs to clear it. It's bouncing around. It's a shot, and it's gone out for an Leicester corner. I'll tell you what. Once again, I'll tell you what. It's a fantastic block by Tarkowski. Vardy is on the 6-yard, inside the 6-yard box, gets a powerful header, a goal, and Tarkowski just gets his head on it and flicks it out. It's a Leicester corner. It's a Leicester corner. This is Restricted Views Everton Fan TV. Please do like and follow. We need all your help. It's a corner. Still waiting for this ball to be swung in here. Gets swung in now towards the near post. It's headed out by Everton. Only lands to Harvey Barnes on the edge of the box. Gives it back to Maddison again, who twisted and turning. Nathan Patterson. And Patterson wins the ball. And it's cleared out from Everton. Cleared out by a good defender by Nathan Patterson. Well played, son. Connor Wrexham saying you synced up, and that was a fantastic chance for Jamie Vardy. It was. What an amazing chance for Vardy there. I personally thought it was going to be a goal myself. No, Jeff, it's not. A draw's no good, as you said in the comments. It's 3 points. It's got to be 3 points. Jason Delacour saying only Arsenal be in the top flight longer than us, Blues. I know. I mean, it's been the 50s. It was early 50s, you know, since our last relegation, and we're one of the longest standing teams in the Premier League, and that's why it's, you know, we've always been a really solid Premier League team. You know, sometimes flirting with relegation. I remember Wimbledon in 1993. Barry Horn scoring an absolutely amazing goal, a wonder goal at Goodison Park. Gareth Fowley scoring a goal against Coventry, and that was a massive game. But we've been close to relegation, but over the past, I would say, 20 years, we've just been a really solid Everton team, solid Premier League club. And to think that we won't be a Premier League club anymore, it doesn't really, I can't really get my head around it. And it'll be a dark, dark day over Goodison Park when that happens. And I'm afraid some players would have to hang their heads in shame because they just haven't done enough. Another comment in saying one of the viewers became an Everton fan because he's American and he saw Tim Howard score that long goal live and decided to be an Everton fan. So much pain. And it was. I was there for that. I remember that game at Goodison Park. It was a goal kick and Tim Howard just cleared it. And the wind, it just got caught in a crosswind and it flew over the keeper. I can't remember what game it was now. But what a goal that was by Tim Howard, by the way. Here's Mikalenko trying to play a ball forward for Calvert-Lewin. Calvert-Lewin's almost through on goal, but he just couldn't control it. And he was in an offside position. It's gone out for it's offside. P&E Jeff saying, I remember you finishing 4th, 2005, I think. Yeah, we finished 4th 1 year. Got into Champions League qualification. We got robbed from the Champions League group stages, by Kalina. Dodgy referee. Duncan Ferguson scored a great goal from a corner and he ruled it out for no reason whatsoever. But it's now 30 minutes left. For everybody watching this stream, Everton have got 30 minutes to save their season. If Everton don't win this match inside this 30 minutes, I'm afraid it's looking like we're going to get relegated. Here's Dominic Calvert-Lewin, and Calvert-Lewin has been fantastic tonight. Apart from the absolutely open goal, the sitter he missed, he's give everything for the shirt. Here's Nathan Patterson. Patterson gives it back to McNeil. McNeil's took a shot on. Oh, it was deflected and it's just gone straight into the goalkeeper. That's okay for me. Keep shooting, lads. Keep shooting. Mario saying that that goal for Tim Howard was against Bolton. Nicely remembered. Alistair Miller saying Tim Howard was class for Everton. I mean, I think the best goalkeeper in my lifetime is Neville Southall, you know, without a doubt. You know, unfortunately, I only saw the worst of Neville Southall, probably. You know, in his pomp, mid-80s, late 80s. I was 3, 4, 5 years old, so I didn't get to see him, especially live in his pomp. But for me, Nigel Martin is probably one of the best Everton goalkeepers I've ever seen. Nigel Martin was a fantastic goalkeeper for Everton. Came for just £1 or £2 million, and was he free, Nigel Martin? Can't remember if he was a free transfer now or 1 or 2 million. But he was a fantastic servant for Everton, Nigel Martin. Really respect him. Great goalkeeper. But here we go. 25 minutes left. Everton are pressing high. Everton have got 6 players, 7 players, all in Leicester's half, pressing really high. I think Sean Dyche knows this game is absolutely crucial and we need to win it because we are committing bodies forward. Another comment saying next year in the Championship will help the club reset and clear all the dead wood. I'm not too sure about dead wood. It would be like a fire sale. It would be a fire sale because we'd have to get rid of so many players. And unfortunately, you don't get best value. When you've been relegated and you need the money and you're in financial ruin, you don't get the best money for players. So unfortunately, we'll be selling players. And unless a player like Jordan Pickford sparks a bit of a bidding war between 2 or 3 clubs, then you don't get the best value. This is Restricted Views, Everton Fan TV. You can see in our logo just up here, we are a new Everton Fan TV channel. So I'd love every one of you to like and follow us, please. We need as many followers and as many likes as possible. Thank you very much. Christian Kiss saying, go EFC 1878. Thank you very much. P&E Jeff saying this disaster committing so many bodies forward, pushing up higher than that. I mean, committing 6-7 bodies up the field is a threat, especially when we've got to play in a high line because masses of spaces behind us for Vardy to run onto. And I think that's a massive problem in the second half. But let's see what we can do. Be a Viking saying Pickford to Forest next season. I don't know if he was fancy another. I don't know if he fancies another relegation battle. To be honest, he certainly won't be going to Newcastle. Here's Iwobi. Iwobi plays it into McNeil, who gets his pocket robbed by 3 Leicester players. Maddison now on the edge of the box, twisting and turning, trying to get a shot away, but it's blocked. Leicester really piling on the pressure in the second half. They're committing many more bodies forwards, and they're putting a lot more pressure on Everton. Leicester definitely want a winner. I think they feel like they can get a winner here, and we're vulnerable. It's a ball whipped in by Maddison. It's headed clear by Tarkowski. And it does actually feel like if there's going to be another goal in this game, it's going to go Leicester's way at the minute because they're really on piling on a lot of pressure. They've got 4 bodies inside the Everton box, and they're looking to carve Everton apart. Sustain pressure going forward. Come on, Everton. All Leicester players now camped inside the Everton half. Iwobi plays a long ball up. Oh, and Dominic Calvert-Lewin surely fouled. Nope, the referee, Michael Oliver, doesn't give anything. And Leicester regain possession. Leicester still with possession. Here's Maddison, gets a shot on goal. And it's a corner kick. Maddison's running. You know what? James Maddison's a prick. I hate James Maddison. He's running towards the corner flag, going to take a corner, getting the going like this with his hands. He's drawing 2-2. He's in the relegation zone, and he's acting like he's playing in the Champions League. He needs to have a way with himself, that lad. Last 10 minutes, Leicester had 68% possession. Everton only 32. I think the game is turning here to Leicester's favour. Ball's being swung in. Everton clear, only for the edge of the box. Barnes hits it and it goes well wide. Leicester fans, you're showing the Leicester fans the heads and the hands, the nerves are gone. Everton fans' nerves are gone as well. When is Sean Dyche going to change this? You know, are we looking at Damari Gray could change this game for Everton against his old club? I think Damari Gray could come on here and make a difference. I just don't think Dyche wants to gamble on Gray because Gray is poor defensively. So I think defensively, Sean Dyche just doesn't want to take that gamble. At the Everton end on Twitter saying Decore is getting away with absolute murder here, just strolling around. Total passenger. I mean, I'm not seeing that, to be honest with you, but he's playing high up as a number 10, you see, Decore. So if he's not running around, you know, breaking up play, it's because he's much higher up the field. Leicester with possession of the ball again. Campton side, Everton's off. I mean, it's only going to go one way. It's only going to go one way if we keep defending like this. Because you can't just defend for 20 minutes or half an hour and not concede. You will eventually concede. Fans on Twitter absolutely screaming for fresh legs. We need fresh legs in midfield and we need them now, cried the Everton fans on Twitter. At Forever Everton saying game is screaming for Gray and Sims. I could see Sims coming on here. I don't think Calvert-Lewin has got 90 minutes in him. You know, it's 70 minutes at the minute. Here's Tillemans. He's going to shoot from far out, but it's blocked. And surely this goes through to Jordan Pickford. Yes, it does. Whew. I tell you what, the pressure is unbelievable in this game. Sean Dyche is absolutely screaming instructions out to the Everton players. You know, some of the comments here in the comments asking for Mina, Onana and Gray. You know, I would make changes. You know, we've got fresh legs on the bench and we're trying to play the same 70 minutes or 90 minutes with the starting 11. Why? Make a change. You can win a game from the bench. We know this as Everton fans or as football fans. You can impact a game off the bench. Let's bring on some fresh legs. But Sean Dyche doesn't like to make changes. Just checking on Twitter. You know, at Mighty Blues YT saying be brave and make changes. Yeah, absolutely. Let's make changes. Here's Vardy twisting and turning on Michael Keane like a pancake. Absolutely flipped him like a pancake there. Michael Keane. What is he doing? Michael Keane goes to intercept the ball and just doesn't get there. He's a passenger. Michael Keane is a passenger. He's an absolute disgrace. Come on, we can do this. Come on, Evan. Last 10 minutes to get a goal. Just putting a message on. Just saying, during our watch-along for the last 20 minutes. That's just gone. Here we go. Leicester pressing inside the Everton half. Here's Maddison on the ball. Maddison's been everywhere tonight. Maddison's been on the ball. He's been dropping deep. He's been playing through balls with Jamie Vardy to score goals. We are Restricted Views, Everton Fan TV. Thanks very much for watching. Here's Maddison. Maddison's played a ball over to Jamie Vardy, but Jordan Pickford comes out and claims, well played. Oh, and he looked to release Iwobi, but Iwobi just couldn't latch onto that ball. Here's now Iwobi. He gets a second chance at it. He's pressing forward. He gives it to Dwight McNeil. And Dwight McNeil's in space. He can hit it. Oh, and it gets deflected. And it's out for an Everton corner. But Dwight McNeil, suddenly, it just opens up for him. Dwight McNeil, pressing towards the Leicester goal. He shoots, and it just takes his deflection off the Leicester player and goes out for the corner. But Everton corner, this is where we could score. Can we make it 3-2 with 15 minutes to go? I will lose my shit if we get a goal. It's 2-2, 15 minutes to go. Everton corner. Tarkowski's up there. Keane's up there. Calvert-Lewin's up there. Tarkowski gets a set on it, but it goes over and wide. Poor corner in the end. Tarkowski's just not getting the connections on them that he did early on the season. It's still 2-2. And it doesn't look like Sean Dyche is going to make a change. All the Everton fans are crying out on social media for a change. Can Damari Gray affect the game for us? Can Ellie Sims affect the game for us? You know, James Garner's in there with midfield with Adrissa Garner-Gay. Garner-Gay's on a yellow card. Dangerous. James Garner, you know, hasn't played much football. He's going to be on wobbly legs. But Leicester come forward with the ball. Harvey Barnes trying to look for an opening. Tom Davis is warming up, though. Here's Leicester pressing forward now, down Everton's right. Looking to get a ball in. Oh, we're just not putting pressure on Leicester now. We're not closing them down early enough. There's tired legs out there, you can tell. You can tell we're tired here. Here's Decore trying to hold the ball up. And Dwight McNeil gets it down the left. Dwight McNeil is charging down the left. Oh, and he puts the ball in. Oh, and can Calvert-Lewin get on the end of it? He can't. He can't. Calvert-Lewin, I thought Calvert-Lewin was going to get on the end of that. But here's Leicester pressing forward now down the right. Everton have not got that many bodies back. Barnes shoots, and it goes over and wide. I'll tell you what, I could not predict the winner of this. If you give me a free 20 quid, I'd probably get it wrong. End to end, Dominic Calvert-Lewin with another half chance. He just couldn't get on the end of Dwight McNeil's cross. Keeper gets there first before Calvert-Lewin. Steve Bell saying, hope this stays 2-2 would be okay for us. Looks like a West Ham fan. I think West Ham are surely safe by now. Moisey's done a good job there. And I am one of the Everton fans that actually likes David Moyes. So, you know, Everton fans, some Everton fans do, some Everton fans don't. I actually think I've had some of my best memories go in the match as, you know, under David Moyes and under David Moyes' football. But West Ham surely safe. They're on 34 points out. Got, you know, 5 games to play. I'm sure West Ham are safe. I think it's basically it's a 5-horse race. It's Southampton, Everton, Nottingham Forest, Leeds, and Leicester. And this point either side here is not doing Leicester or Everton any good. $12 minutes to go. Keane plays it up towards Iwobi, who can't get anything on the ball. Iwobi's just... Decore seems to be strolling around, to be honest with you. Decore looks like he's tired. Oh, and that's a poor ball again. Michael Keane. Oh, he wins the ball back and he makes up for his errors. But here's McNeil. McNeil's been on one ray of sunshine in this side. He's pressing forward towards the ball, but he doesn't get a shout from his Everton teammates, and the ball gets taken off him. What are we doing? Are we helping our players or what? I think the Everton players have gone quiet. They're not talking to each other. Dwight McNeil there, he's done everything he can. He picks up the ball from deep. He runs down the left-hand side, cuts back inside. He's looking for a player to give it to. And the Everton players just aren't responding to him. Here's Jordan Pickford in its dangerous position. It's an open goal. Vardy shoots. And it goes wide just... The Leicester fans thought it was in. Jordan Pickford gives it one of these. Because Pickford's come screaming out of his goal. He tries to clear the ball, but Vardy picks it up. Shoots. And nearly actually scores. Paul Welford saying, do I think Emery will get Villa in Europe? Villa, for me, I mean, I don't know who gets in Europe, what places. I know, obviously, top 4 is Champions League, but if it's 5 and 6 for Europa, then I say no. I think Spurs and Liverpool are going to take those spaces. And I think Brighton are actually going to finish up there as well, ahead of Villa. I mean, Villa have played 34 games. Brighton have only played 31. So I can see Brighton actually getting a good few results towards the end of the season. Moby saying, what makes it harder is that Everton need to build up from attack from their own 18-yard area because we are so deep and defending so deep, so we have to build up. We're not winning the ball high up. I totally understand what you're saying, Mo. But as it is, it's an Everton free kick. Just past the halfway line inside the Leicester half, but it's a free kick. Dwight McNeil's going to take it. It's going to go towards the back post because all of our free kicks do. And it's cleared. But Nathan Patterson's picked it up. He's running towards the touchline, looking to get a ball in. No, he checks back. Gives it to James Garner. Garner gets a ball in, very deep. Michael Keane tries to his head on it, but doesn't go to anybody. Doucouré's with the ball now. And it goes to no one. Tielemans. It's still inside the Leicester half. The ball's bouncing round. It's sloppy. No one's getting a hold of it. And Leicester come out with the ball, and they break forward. Oh, and Iwobi defends well. Gives it to Michael Keane, who gets his pocket robbed again. Are these Everton players not talking to each other? Who's saying man on? But Leicester look like the freshest. They look like got the... his Barnes, he looks like he wants to get a shot off on the edge of the Everton box. Here's Madison now. Looks like he wants to get a shot off. Here's Doucouré now, coming out with the ball. Doucouré looks like he's got nothing left. He plays it wide to Mikalenko. But we've got Damari Gray on the bench. We've got Ellis Sims on the bench. We've got Onana on the bench. Can we not make a change? Can we not get some fresh legs on here last 10 minutes? Here's Iwobi. Iwobi, come on, Iwobi. Do something. He shoots. It's blocked. It goes out for a throw-in. Surely we should be making some changes here. Still 2-2. 7.5 minutes left. Leicester fans absolutely screaming behind the Leicester players now, trying to get them forwards. Sky Sports have just shown a graphic of the top 6. Like that bothers us in the Premier League. You know what I mean? Everton players look like they're absolutely exhausted. But Sean Dyche isn't making any changes. Why? Why is Sean Dyche not making any changes? We've got fresh legs to bring on. Here's Iwobi pressing forwards. He's going to give it to Onana. He doesn't. He shoots. And it's blocked and it goes out for the corner. It's an Everton corner. And if we ever need a goal, it's now. If we ever need a goal. Iwobi is bent over. He's got his hands on his knees. He looks absolutely destroyed. But yet we're keeping him on. Why? Michael Keane's going forward. Tarkowski's going forward. We need a big cross here. Big cross. Come on, someone step up. Someone own this. Get your heads on it. Can we do it? McNeil gets the ball in. It is a head on it. It's Keane, but it goes over. It's another weak header. Damari Gray is meant for these times, says a comment. I think he is meant for these times as well. But we're tired. We're tired. Oh, he's offside by a mile there. Offside by a mile. Yeah, it's offside. Come on, Sean Dyche. If someone can tell me, I wish there was some Burnley fans on watching the stream, because Burnley fans could tell me why Sean Dyche won't make a change. Someone saying it doesn't work like that. Bringing in players now can lead to defensive mistakes and complete collapse. I appreciate that. Sometimes it does bring defensive uncertainty, making a change so late in the game, but it can also win you the game. You know, will 1 point make be enough to keep Everton up this season? I don't think it will. I think we have to gamble and go for 3 points. So I'm a gambler. I would go. I would release Damari Gray. Maybe bring even Calvert-Lewin off and put Sims up, because Calvert-Lewin is absolutely on his arse. Which is scouse for he's destroyed. He's tired. John Shaw saying he's got a feeling Pickford's going to get the winner. 96 minute from a corner. I mean, I'd take it, John. I would take that all day long. Here's Everton pressing forward. Here's Dwight McNeil. Dwight McNeil's absolutely been a soldier. He plays the ball in, but it gets deflected. Here's James Garner. Now releases Iwobi on the right-hand side inside the Leicester box. Plays the ball in. It's no one. Here's Decore. Shoots! Oh, what a save! Decore with a fantastic shot and a fantastic save from Iverson. Decore cannot believe that stayed out. Decore shoots from the edge of the Leicester box. It's curling inside towards the bottom left-hand corner. And Iverson gets down early. And it's a fantastic save. Oh. I don't know what your heart rate's like, but mine is absolutely through the roof. This is Restricted Views Everton Fan TV. Please do like and follow us. The ball comes in. Is anyone going to get the head on it? No. No one can get the head on it. It's cleared away. Mikalenko plays it back to Garner. Mikalenko now going to get a cross in. Does so. But it's a floating cross and no one's going to get the head on it. Iwobi at the edge of the box. Puts the ball in. Again, heads away. And it's eventually a free kick to Leicester due to a shove in the back by James Garner. Some changes coming on now. James Jackson saying, isn't Gray your best player? When you come to us, it's the only player we worry about. Yeah, to be honest, yeah, I know. Damari Gray should be on the pitch for my money. He's got a shot on him. He can score a goal. He could have scored us the winner in this game. But Iverson's made some fantastic saves here tonight. He's made a fantastic save from Iwobi in the first half. That was going in the top corner. Calvert-Lewin should have scored. He had an open goal, a sitter. Decore should have scored there, going in the bottom corner. He saved well from Dwight McNeil in the first half with his left hand. You know, really good defense, goalkeeping display from the Leicester keeper. But from an Everton perspective, there's 2 minutes to save our season. 2 minutes to go. It goes up. Everton players are still pressing high. And that's a tackle from behind on Idrissa Gana Gueye. It's a yellow card for Madison. It's going to be a free kick for Everton, but it's not really in a position where we're going to shoot from. It's too far out. Comment saying, we don't understand how Gray isn't in for this game. As a USA fan, it's Gio Reyna all over the game for me. Gio Reyna is a good player, and that I know of. He's a good player. So it's a free kick for Everton. It's too far out to take a shot here, in my opinion. James Garner and Dwight McNeil standing over the ball. I think they're going to play it towards the back post, and they're going to try and get a flick on towards goal. That's what the majority of our set pieces are. James Garner is actually shaping up like he might strike this, but I don't see him scoring from here. Will he score? James Garner only runs over it. Dwight McNeil plays it towards the back post, and it actually goes out for the goal kick. Zarkowski couldn't get on the head his head on it, and it's a waste. It's an absolute waste. And it's criminal. You know, 2 minutes to go in a game where you must win. You get a set piece To waste it like that is absolutely criminal. It's 4 minutes at a time. 4 minutes to go left in this game. What do you think? What do you think, streamers? What do you think? Who's taking it? I like this. At Main Manmina on Twitter says James Maddison's the type of guy to go home and watch compilations of himself. I bet he does. I bet he just watches the game back and just goes, there I am, there I am, there I am, there I am. He's that type of knobhead. Here's Dwight McNeil. McNeil's been awesome today for us. He hasn't stopped running. He's taken on Leicester players left and right here. He plays it to the right to Iwobi. Iwobi to James Garner, who loses possession of the ball inside the Leicester box. Where's Damari Gray? Damari Gray could affect this game. Everton win the ball back with Patterson, who's charging forwards. Oh, Patterson again is fouled. He gets a really bad blow there in Patterson, and it's another yellow card shown by Michael Oliver. This is Restricted Views, Everton Fan TV. Thank you for everyone who's joining us for this watch-along. Got 143 viewers. We're a relatively new Everton Fan TV channel, watch-along. So if you could like and subscribe, if I get 143 subscribers right now, I'd do a cartwheel, do you know what I mean? But please do like us and subscribe and follow, whatever that means. So it's a free kick over on the near the touchline. It's going to be Garner who puts a ball in. It does so. It goes towards the back post. The keeper's punched it out. Another ball's played in by Mikolenko, and it's gone right through past everyone. And Leicester clear the ball. And it's blocked, and it's out for a Leicester throw-in. Another really poor set piece towards the end of the game. You know, when you're in injury time, this is the time where you make your set pieces count. But right now, it's two poor set pieces. Oh, this could be trouble. Ball forward by Leicester. Pickford's come out. Oh, he's collected the ball. It's all good. But yeah, you want to make use of your set pieces. Minutes to go. Put your pressure on. Put your ball into dangerous areas. Get a shot on goal. Just get something on target. But we just haven't been able to. Is Adrissa Garner Gay puts the ball out high and wide for a throw in. Everton just needs to get bodies back now. A minute to go. The last thing that we want to do is concede. Surely we can't concede. Leicester with the ball, playing it all the way back to the goalkeeper. Leicester keeper clears up field. Headed out by Keane. James Garner pumps it upfield. Brought down by Decore. Here's Decore battling away with Iwobi. Iwobi plays it back to Decore. Everton are charging forwards. You know, can we get something here? McNeil puts a ball inside the box, but it's far too close to the Leicester goalkeeper. And it's 15 seconds to go. There's going to be nothing left in this game. This game is going to be 1-1, 2-2 even. The game's going to be a draw. And it is a draw. It's 2-2. It's 2-2, and the game's over. It's a point apiece. It's a game labelled a must-win. It's a game labelled a 6-pointer. But unfortunately, Everton could only take 1 point. It's a 2-2 draw. It takes Leicester out of the relegation zone. And it's only a point for Everton. Everton stay 19th in the table. 34 games played, 29 points. Everton have got 4 games left in the Premier League. We play Brighton away. We play Manchester City at home. I don't see any points out of those games. And then we play Wolves away. And then we play Bournemouth at home. Those last 2 games are crucial for Everton. At the most, we're going to get 6 points out of this season, which will take us to 35 points. We have to hope and pray that is enough to keep us safe. Right now, in my honest opinion, we won't survive the Premier League this season, and Everton will be relegated. I'm sorry, I want to keep positive, but I just don't see us surviving. We are 19th in the league. We've got 3 teams above us on 30 points, 1 point above us. We've got Leicester, Leeds, and Nottingham Forest. I can't see us getting more than 35 points maximum out of our final games. The Everton players are going over to the Everton end. The Everton end are actually applauding the Everton players. They're getting right behind them, and they're saying that we really appreciate the effort. We do appreciate the effort, but is it too little too late for Everton? Is it too little too late? Only time will tell. Thank you for watching Restricted Views Watch Along. We are Restricted Views Everton Fan TV. Please like and follow us, and we're going to be back for our sins for the next game. Take care.